Assalamu alaikum and hello again. Now we are working to solve paper 3, 2018 May June. It is paper 3 variant 1. Now the exam is 2 hours 30 minutes. We will do the evidence file and task 2 web page. Now we will open the evidence file. It's just open right here and I will skip to task 2. Now you work for house design and you will develop web pages for small construction company called Bobby Bricks. Efficient markup and style sheets must be used. All color codes must be in hexadecimal. Now create a new folder called bb_html. It will be in my work area. So we have to do this new folder in our working area. Now it's here, just right click, new folder and bb html. Now, like this, I will take all the files except the CSV, make copy, don't move the original files, just keep a backup files for you in the work area. Now here my files. Now after this I will back to my question paper. Now create a web page called bb.htm. This web page works in all browsers and will have a table structure as shown below. Now to make it working in all browsers, it should be using the HTML, so it will be working in all browsers, and also I have to make it using my Microsoft Expression Web 4. Now click on the application, then I will open site, browse, go to your working area. This is the desktop. Now this is bb.html and open. By this, I have opened my working area. As you see here, this is my folder. These are the supporting files. Now to make the file as a new page, just you can click on this blank new document or on the drop down to take HTML or page, it's the same, or from the file menu you can click on a new and you can choose page or HTML. All of these are valid, so go to HTML and in the design I click on design just to get the blank page. Now save your file as bb, then you click on web pages or HTML. Both are valid. And here, just be careful to make it capital B's. Now, if they ask us to change the title, just click on change title and remove untitled one. Put the specified title. Now, for this question, they are not asking us to change the page title, so leave it as it and save. Now, as you see, we have a blank document here. We have the code. If you click on the code, all our web pages should start by the chevrons here, exclamation mark, doc type HTML. So we have to remember this, and as to remember, it should be end by this public and whatever after it is not for you to remember. Okay. Now HTML is our start. It should finish at the end be /HTML. Now the first part here is head, then the body. As you see, all is within the HTML, but the head should be done before the body. As you see, the title is within the head. Title, untitled one, which is we saw before in the change title and the slash title. Head slash head, so the head is done here. Our work will be within the body once they ask us to do the work. Now for us, we will not work on the code area, we will work in the design and we will check the alternative code for our work. At the end of this course, we will remember all the code by working in the design and comparing what is done in the code according to our functions. Okay, back, and we have to do this table. Now it's up to you. You can do this table in 3 columns, 4 arrows. Then you merge these 2 rows. Then you merge and split the last one. Or you may make it as 1 column, 4 rows. Then you split the first and the last rows. It's up to you. For the examiner, they are just looking for the result, for the table as a result. Now, before I go to draw, I have to read the notes about the table. Now, they are asking us each table cell identified with a letter as usual, and the dimensions are in pixels, sometimes in pixels, and rarely they are using the percentage. The letters and dimensions shown in the table must not appear on your final work. Okay, so it is just as a guide. Don't write this information on your table. The external table border must have width of 4 pixels and or internal grid lines. Grid lines, it means also borders, must have width of 2 pixels. Table borders and the grid lines must be visible. So when we talk about this, the table borders, when we create the table and the internal grid lines, it means the cells borders, it will be done with the cells specifications and they should be visible. Okay, we will manage this. So all of this is about 15 marks. Okay, now let's create our table. Here, insert, no, it is in table, insert table. Rows, 4, columns, 1. Now about the layout and the alignment, the width and the height of our table. How to find it? Back to our table. Now, they are not talking about the size as percentage according to the screen. So I have to have a fixed number. By this, we can find it is 1,200 in the width, and for the height, 300 and 400, 700 and 300, it is 1,000 height. So we can do the width in pixels, be careful, 1200, height in pixels, 1,000. About cell padding and spacing, nothing is mentioned. The table direction, nothing is mentioned. Borders, the size is 4, and the color, it should be noticed, so I can make it as black, just to be visible. Collapse table border, that nothing is mentioned about the collapse in our question paper, so I will ignore. If they ask me to make some background color to this table, I can pick the color right here. And if there is some background picture for this table, I can tick the background picture and browse the file from here, but nothing is mentioned. Now, I will not set this as default for my new tables. Nothing is required, so okay. Now this is my table. First of all, I will do the split here. Right click, modify split cells. I want to make it 3 and okay. And for the last row, right click, modify and split cells, make it 2. After this, we will work on the specifications. As you see, 400 by 300, the first row. I will not choose individual cells, no, as a group of 3 cells. Highlight, right click, cell properties. Now, width 400, height 300. And the border size is 2 with the color black and okay. Now, here, just only the second row, 1 to 200 by 250. Be careful about the pixels, size 2, and okay. Here, cell properties, 1 200, 150, 2. Now the last row, 600, 300. Okay. Now by this, we have done our table, as you see. So I have got my 15 marks. Place in the cell A the image brickwork JPG. Now, this is my folder list. Where is the cell A? Here is the cell A, and I have to put brickwork, this one, here. Now, as you see, brickwork, and nothing is mentioned to make any alternative text to this image. It is just asking me to place the image. So I will ignore the alternative text and click OK. Now this is the image right here. After this, place in cell B the text. Click on image for further details. I have to write this with the text style H2. Now, how to make it as the style H2? Highlight the text. Here is the style, heading 2. Now it is like this. After this, question 4. Place in the cell C the image paving. Resize this image in the markup so that it is 394 pixels wide and maintain the aspect ratio. Okay. Now let's do this. Now this is paving here. there is no alternative text, so it's okay. As you see, this has ruined the table. The cell C is not in the size that it is requested, so I have to do the pixel size here. Just double click on the image and go to appearance. In the appearance here, the size, specify size. First of all, I have to tick keep aspect ratio. Why? Because they have asked us to maintain aspect ratio. Then the width right here should be 394. As you see, the height is here. It is fixed automatically and in pixel, so okay. Now we back to the good view for our table. Back to the question paper. Place in cell D image BB logo. This is the logo for the company which appears on the company vehicles, letterheads, etc. Make this image a hyperlink to open the web page bbcontact.htm in a new browser window called _new. Okay, so here this is D and this is the logo, no alternative text. Now I want to make this image to be a hyperlink for another file in the same working area. First of all, right click and tick on hyperlink. Also, you can click on this icon or go to insert hyperlink. It's up to you, but we all prefer the right click hyperlink. Okay, we have 4 options right here. Existing file or web page, place in this document as bookmark, create a new document, and email. Now we have existing file or web page, and this is the file they asked us to, BB contact. Now, in this file, I have to make it as a new browser called _new. Where to get this from? From here. Target frame. I click here in target frame and I say it is a new window and I erase blank to write a new and I keep the underscore. So, okay and okay. By this, I have done my hyperlink. Save your work and go to the next question. Now, question 6. It is asking us to enter in cell E the text from bbtext.txt. Set this text to be H1. Now, as we know that H1 is the largest font in the styles, so it will be big font. And let's get that text. We have 2 text files here. I can't just drag drop. As you see, it will not work. This is a hyperlink to the file, so delete. How to do this? Double click on the file. The file is opened right here. This is our HTML. This is the text. So the best way is to click Ctrl A, then Ctrl C. By this, you are making a guarantee nothing is missed. Go to the HTML and in cell E, just click paste. This is the text. Now just highlight and get the style H1. We said it will be huge, like this. Then, what's next? Place in the cell F the text from the file bbtext2. Add your name, center number, candidate number at the end of this text. Set the text. We will undertake building projects in other regions. Style 2. Set the text. Web page design creation. Web page last edited as H3. Make only the text as hyperlink to this web page. Okay, so let's do that. This is to Control A, Control C, and back to the HTML. This is your target and Control V. Now, after last edited by, write your name, Adil Yusuf, JO013. Okay. Now, after this, I have to set, we will undertake to the end of the sentence to be H2, like this. Set the web page design, هذا H3. Make only hothouse design, this one, to be a hyperlink for this website. We have to be careful in typing the name. Now, right click and hyperlink. Now, in the same button of existing file or web page, hothouse design the text to display, and in the address, we write the address as mentioned, http colon / and the website address until we write UK. Please be careful, don't miss anything. Now, which should be open in the same browser. So, target the frame, and I have to open this in the same browser. And okay. Now, what's next? Place in the cell G, image of map provided. Okay. Now this is G, and I have to put the map. This is the BB map. Now, by chance, it has the same name as mentioned. They did not mention the name clearly, but I can get map from here. So it is with no alternative text. As you see, they did not mention any alternative text. I will make it okay. Now the surprise. The surprise is saying make sure appropriate text is displayed if any image or an image is not available. So I have to make appropriate text to display if the image is not available, which means the alternative text. Okay, so let's back. Double click, and here we have the alternative text. What's my alternative text here? I will say it is map. Okay. Here, double click, logo. And here we may say bricks, and here paving. Just make short note about the name. Once the file as a picture is slow to download or it is not available, it has any error in the download, it just will replace the picture by its alternative text as a note and save your. Center align the table in the browser. They may ask us about this in the beginning, but they have delayed this question, so let's do it. Now I want to work on the table as a property, so right click the mouse inside the table in any cell. You are free and get table properties. Now it should be center aligned. The layout alignment, it is not default right now, it should be center. Okay. Be careful, center here is ER and the center here is RE. The question paper here is UK English and we are working on US program. So this one of the tricks once they are asking you in the alternative to practical, what's the mistake? So be careful. We use center here as ER. Okay. Now attach style sheet, BB style CCS. Now we have to be careful. All style sheets or style files are ended by CSS style sheet cascade. Okay, so cascade style sheet, it is here. To your web page, save the web page as BBHTML. Okay. Now this is the style. Just drag, drop. Now drag and drop, it have changed the background and some fonts as you see, right? So we have some changes done just because we have attached this style to our file. Save your work and back to the style here. The style sheet has been started but needs to be improved using the most efficient syntax. Make sure your style sheet does not contain any HTML. We can't put HTML tags in the style sheet, okay? Now, open the style sheet, bbstyle.css in the suitable software package. They mean in the same software, which is the Express, and examine its contents. Edit this style sheet so that the following specifications are done. They are talking about changing H123 to be displayed in these font alternatives. Then they are talking about the alignment, the colors, and borders, grid lines, how to be done. Now, when we talk about the style as font, we have the first option, second option, and third option. We can't ignore any one of them. Now we have to know how to work on these options in the style sheet. Let's do it. First of all, open the style sheet. I can close these text files. No need for them anymore. Now this is my style sheet. Now they did not ask us to change anything in the body color, so no edits here, but we will work on editing the font in H1. Okay, it will not be Arial anymore. I will delete this. No need. Now, how to work on a new style. As you see here, hi, and manage styles, new style. When I click on a new style, we have this window about a new style. What is the style I'm working now? It is H123. As you see here, styles H123. They are the three styles having the same properties. So in the selector, I delete a new style 1 and I write H1, comma, H2, comma, and H3. Okay, now I want to work on the font family. I write Zap Chancery, please, because this name is composed of two parts. It should be surrounded by double quotation. Now, if not found, this means I have to put a comma. Blackadder, ITC, same. I have to surround it in double quotation. Black adder space AITC. Then the last thing after the comma, it should be serif. Now I write serif as it is named here. So if we don't have sab, it will go to the Blackadder. If not found, they will go to the default serif. Now, this should be done in the same order as the examiner. After this, I will go to my question paper. This is done. Okay? The styles H1, 2, 3 must be center aligned. So I can complete here to work on the center aligned. Here it is just only about the font. In the block, we can find text align as center. Done. Okay. So H1, 2, 3, between the wavy brackets, we have font family, and these are the fonts. As you see, once it has done the option about the font family, it is ended by semicolon, and we have skipped to the next line to work on the text align, which is center, and it has been ended by semicolon because H123 has done, it is done as properties, we have closed the brackets. Now, in the line 6, we will do the next style. Style H1 alone. It's not related to 2 and 3 also. Just only H1 must be red, no green, no blue. Now let's remember the colors are in the order red, green, blue. When they say it must be red, it means the highest value, which is FF. No green, 0, 0, no blue, 0, 0. So here, new style, the font is H1. The font color right here. You can write it by yourself. You can choose in more colors. Okay. Now, here in the hex, you write FF0000. It's up to you. So the color is the hash sign double F 4 zeros. If you can remember to do this, you can make it directly. If not, you can go to more colors as a beginner and make it as I have done. So the color for each one is done. I will go to OK. Now this is the color of each one. Color with no U because this is American style. and this is the color. After this, I will go to make the color of the next style, which is H2. It will be blue, no green, no red. No red, it means 0, 0. No blue, sorry, and RGB. No red, 0, 0. No green, 0, 0. And the last one is BB, it means the FF. So this is H2 as the font. The color, we can make it as hash sign like this, 0, 0, 0, 0, and FF. This is the blue. Now we can do it like this directly. That is the H2. Next, we will do the color of H3. It should be blue also, no green or red. H3, blue, no green, no red. So I can just add H2, comma, H3. I will not create again. Why to repeat my work? I just add H3, just only by comma H3. So this means the styles H2 and the 3 are the same. All borders and the grid lines must be red, no green or blue elements, and match the requirements of question 1, which means the 4 and 2 thickness. Okay, but here we have to make the red. Now, next, after the last bracket, here new style and table. Here in the table, comma, TD. Why? Because we are talking about all borders and the grid lines. When we say all borders, it means table, and grid lines, TD, the cells. What I need for this, we need to work on the colors of their borders. Now we have to click on border. We have border style, border width, and border color. Now about the border style, I want to make it solid, to make it visible, and I will make it for same for all. Border width, it will be not for all because I have table and TD, they are both different, but the color for all must be red, no green, no blue. Now it means FF as red, no green, 0, 0, blue, 0, 0. We can write it as hash sign or more colors. Click here and FF. Now, like this, all borders red, no green or blue. So, table and TD, it is solid as all visible. Then the color like this. I will save my work. Now just I want to make also the thickness or the border width. Now just only for the table as a new style, and here I will write table like this. Now this table border, the border width will be in value for px as the outer width and td the new style. TD, we want the border to be 2px. Okay? Now, like this, you can find table and table dash width, border dash width, colon 4px semicolon, then TD with the brackets, border width 2px, like this. Save your style. Once I have saved the style, now everything should be done right here. As you see, the work is here. Now in the table here, I can make in the code in my table right here, I can find the work. Now we can find our fonts as required in the CSS, the colors as required, the borders, and also everything. Now just be careful to save your work and back to your style sheet. Requirements, it's all done. So go to the evidence one. In evidence one, display the web page in your browser. If necessary, resize it so that all the page can be seen, all text can be easily read, and the address bar is visible. Take single screenshot in the browser and place it in your evidence document. Like this, we click on the browser and I have again, I have to resize as you see to make it all visible and readable. So snap and take it with the address. Now when we take it with the address, this means I'm showing this is my folder in my working area, and this is the bb.html, and this is the name of my file. So by this, I can get all the marks about the previous questions and to prove that this is my work. You can here just resize. Okay. Now in evidence 2, take a copy of the HTML source and place this in your evidence document. What they mean by HTML source? It means the code. So go to the code. Now, to be sure that you have collected and you have copied everything, Control A, Control C, then Control V. By this, I have all my source. If you want, you can just take off any blank space and you can compress this by working on the line spacing 0, 0, single. So the space will be less, so you can just compress your work. Also, you can make your evidence 2 in one page like this, and this is evidence 3. Okay. After this, take a copy of your style sheet and place it in your evidence. Also, I will go to my evidence here and Control A, Control C, back, and paste. Also, to compress your work, go to the line spacing 0, 0, single. Okay, done. Now, if they asked us to make a comment by our name in the style sheet, you can just put slash star my name Hadid, then my center number, my candidate number, then I have to close the comment by star slash. If they ask me to document my work in my name, save my work. So by this, we have finished question 13. We will not solve. There is no evaluate questions after now. So we have done 40 marks easily, quickly, and I wish you a full mark and the good luck.